Hey guys, Louise here and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to do a review video about the 24 pieces makeup brush set that I recently purchased from Lazada Philippines. I also bought an eyeshadow palette which contains 88 warm eyeshadow colors, but I'm gonna film this on the same date as the brushes, but I'm gonna divide this video into two parts so that I won't have to upload a long video. Also, I've already filmed these brushes and eyeshadow palette, but unfortunately my raw clips got corrupted. That's why I'm refilming it again today, which is September 11, and some of them are kind of dirty because I've used them already for a while, which is a great thing because I would go into detail of what I really think about these brushes instead of just opening them and it's going to look like a first impression instead of a review. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I've decided that I'm going to start with the clean brushes first, and they will be followed by the used ones. But before that, the brushes originally is in this faux leather or fake leather pouch, which is in color beige. But since I've used them already, I decided to remove them and transfer them to this thing right here, which I got from Baclaran for 50 pesos only. So yeah, here are the brushes. The color of their handle is champagne, which is kind of silver, but there's a slight touch of rosy pink in it, and it's metallic, but it's wood. So let's start with the familiar brushes first. So first, let's start with this big fan brush. So it has this plastic covering and looks like this. What I really like about these brushes is that they're so soft. If they're not durable, then I'm pretty sure I would have some fallouts by now. So the next one is this foundation brush. I'm pretty familiar with this one because I've used a brush like this before. But they're double-ended, so I really prefer this brush, which is a single-ended brush and not double-ended like this one from Shawil. This big one is used for foundation, while the smaller one is used for concealer. There are two brushes instead of one, which is really convenient for me because it will be easier for me to store them in this container, because with this one I couldn't store them like standing because the other end of the brush would get ruined. The next one is this blush brush. It also has this plastic covering. Before I used this blush brush from LA Girl. This one is from LA Girl, and they're pretty much the same, but the bristles of the new brushes that I got from Lazada is kind of softer than this one, but they're both perfect for putting on blushes. It can also be used for powder if you want, but I use them for blushes. So next are these two brushes. They are both the same size but different in color. It's because the brown one is made of horsehair and the other one is synthetic. These are eyeshadow brushes. The next one is this eyelash comb and eyebrow brush. I haven't really used this one before because I don't really comb my eyelashes and my eyebrows. I use the spoolie that I've showed you earlier from Nichido, and I also have an eyebrow pencil which comes with a brush a little bit smaller than this one, so I use that instead of this. Next is this flat eyeshadow brush, which is also made from horsehair. I have this one. I've used this before as a blending brush also, and for applying eyeshadow on the outer crease of my eyes. The one with the black handle is from LA Girl. That's what I've been using before I got this one. And they're pretty much the same. They're soft because they're both made from horsehair. This is an angled nose brush. I believe this is used for nose contour, but I haven't really tried using this for contour, and I'm still practicing, so I really hope this would help me. Next are these two small eyeshadow brushes. From the list of Lazada, these are two eyeshadow brushes, but I'm pretty sure they can be used as lip brushes, but I haven't tried using them. Next is this sponge, which is used for smudging your eyeliner or eyeshadow. This one is a sponge applicator or sponge eyeshadow applicator. This is the first tool that I've used when I was a kid for makeup, because kids makeup usually comes with this one instead of brushes. And the last one from the Clean is this one, which is a small blending brush. Though I've said previously that I use the flat eyeshadow brush for blending and also for the application of eyeshadow at the outer crease of my eyes. I can still use this one for blending in the small areas of my eyes. Moving on to the last pieces of the makeup brush set that I got are the used ones, or the kind of dirty ones. I use this lip brush for my lip balm that is in a pot and not a stick. From my LA Girl beginner set is this one, the black one. That's what I've been using before, but now I already gave that set to my sister. Next is this angled brush. The black one is the angled brush from my LA Girl set, and the difference between them is the angled brush from Lazada is thinner than the one from LA Girl, which gives you a more precise line. So the angled brush from LA Girl, I use it for blending the eyebrow product that I put to make it look more natural. Next is this powder brush. It also came with a plastic covering, but I already removed it. Before, I used this big kabuki brush for powder, but what I like about this one is it is slightly smaller than that kabuki brush that I use, which gives me more control over it, and that it reaches the part of the inner corners of my eyes, which is really hard to reach with the kabuki brush. Next is this fan brush, which also came with a plastic covering, and I've used this for highlight, which really works magic because it picks up just enough highlight to put on your cheekbones. Next is this angled contour brush, which also came with a plastic covering. I've tried using this whenever I practice my contour at home, and I'm pretty impressed with this one. Next is this flat top brush. I originally thought that this is a stippling brush, so I used it as a stippling brush. I find it okay, or it is really not a stippling brush because of the bristles it has. It's kind of long. Next is this small eyeshadow brush, which I use to pack the pigment in the inner corners of my eyes. Next is this fine tip liner brush, which came with this plastic covering to prevent the bristles from going everywhere. I've never tried using it on my eyes, but I've tried picking up pigment. I have yet to try this one on my eyes. And the last is this one. I use it to highlight my eyebrows whenever I'm using powder instead of concealer. So all in all, I am really impressed with the quality of the brushes that I got. And for only 810 pesos, you get 24 pieces of makeup brushes. Though it's unbranded, which is okay for me because I am only a beginner and just practicing or exploring makeup. You could always buy the high-end or professional brushes in the future when you're really into it. Yeah, if you're planning to buy makeup brushes from Lazada, I think you should. By the way, I'm going to put the link of the product in the description box below just in case any of you would want to purchase the same thing, but Lazada offers different brush sets. So for this item, I'm going to rate it 5 out of 5 stars. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions or you want me to do anything and film it on video, just give me a comment in the comment section below. And if you haven't, hit subscribe. For a primer costs about 900 to 1,000 pesos or even more than that. And this DIY